I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, hey. Hit the red dot like, hey. Finger on the like, hey, 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 hey. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, A. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride the side while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? This week then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlton if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, hey. Hit the red dot like, hey. Finger on the like, hey, 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 hey. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. He said when it stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off a field, no heads, he just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than like Yuke, and they sending shots for some high, just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G., you know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy.
We about to move, son. Don't talk about it unless you do, son. I make the backyard feel like a stampede. I make a trash car feel like it's a Bentley. Hanging like a war hall or like a bank seed. And hit the stage, turn the people into family. I'm talking back then, you didn't know me. But you feel it now, acting like the homie. Talking about, hey, can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Throwing to get going. It's Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line. That is a big play for L.A. 45 yards. Here's 1st and 10.
10, 380, straight out. Crowd right.
Shotgun now for Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing to begin is Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's caught! And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
18 Cardinal.
First carry now for the former Badger Jonathan Taylor. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Dragon 60.
On 2nd down, Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor. Complete.
You can't teach speed. And a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go, and he ends up just running right by you.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. 1st down. 1st and goal.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create.
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's his third touchdown on the year. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts move out to a 7-3 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Herbert now on first down. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry.
The ball carried by number 18. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Chargers.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Let's go, let's go.
Herbert to throw on second down. Oh, he's got a man running with them, and they connect. They get 19 on that pass play, and the Chargers have the first down.
Set. Set.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so...
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, L.A.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers are on top. It's now 10-7.
Colts 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go now.
They go right back to Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And a Nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to...
Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Herbert to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back in on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Now Herbert throwing on second down. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. That's fielded at about the 18. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll motion over Pierce. Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass. That's going to be incomplete. Looked like they had him for a second. They went into the bag of tricks. It almost worked. It's second down. Richardson to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Here's 3rd and 7.
65, Cat, 65. Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Pistol here for Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now, Herbert. Quick throw here is complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will get out in front 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
19 Lions.
From the gun, Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll motion over Pierce. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
79 Broncos.
Richardson going to look to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. Pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On first down, Herbert in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Herbert. And this one is picked off. It's Juju Brents.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Let's go.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Going for it all. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Indy.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Throwing on first down is Herbert. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. Lad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
1st and 10.
Ready.
Shotgun now for Herbert. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. This one runs out of steam off the crossbar and comes back. No good. And the lead holds steady at 4. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7.
Here we go, set.
Here's Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Now Richardson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
He'll check this one down to Taylor. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's second and 6.
At their 49-yard line.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Hey.
Now Richardson. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Ready up. Go.
To throw, it's Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
What can they do here on third down and 7?
Here we go.
Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try.
A 56-yard attempt.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Colts add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
They'll begin here on the ground. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Now Herbert throwing on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Set. Cougar 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Warrior 70. Hut, hut.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard.
Let's go. Go.
And he's going to have first down yardage. Tackle made at about the 27.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
That is caught! And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Now Herbert. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Herbert. Time he could, but he finally is taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards. Herbert to the air again. That one taken in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Kicker now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Chargers will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go, set. Track at 60. Check go.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 1st-round pick.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll stick to the ground. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Charger first down. From the gun, it's Herbert. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just...
And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Go. Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. This is caught at the 2. And he is going to be out of bounds. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1. And a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Taylor. Oh! And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4th quarter. So, overtime coming up. Not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now a 1st throw here in overtime. This one intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a shocking it's a win for the Colts. This game had a little bit of everything. Winds up going overtime, but it's their defense that comes up with the big play. They get the touchdown, and in a stunning finish, an instant classic, if you will, they get the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.